I think the Aussies will clean up India in 4 days.
Well, he was spot on. He just got the direction of the result wrong, right? It was on the fourth day that India comprehensively beat Australia in the first test at Perth, which is supposed to be the fastest, the bounciest, the paciest pitch in the world. To be honest, on the first day when India got all out for 150 runs, I had very little hope. I thought that Australia was going to post 300, 350 from there on. But what we saw was simply brilliant. Jasprit Bumrah, the way he bowled, he was magnificent. That outstanding spell that we witnessed made Australia literally crumble. Jasprit Bumrah single-handedly took on the top order and destroyed it. Australia were reduced to 47 for 6 at the end of the day. And that is when we knew that we are having the upper hand in this test match. The second day, I believe Australia played slightly better, especially Mitchell Starc, the kind of shots he played. He made sure that Australia got to 100 plus. They got to 104, while I felt that they should have been all out by 80-85. Nevertheless, India still had a pretty good lead from there. Then comes the second innings. KL Rahul and Yashaswi Jaiswal come out to open. And what happens is, this will be part of history. Such an outstanding partnership. What a phenomenal stand between KL Rahul and Yashaswi Jaiswal. They went on to bat. They just didn't make any mistakes. Yashaswi Jaiswal was on the attack, and the way he hammered the bowlers, I don't think I've seen anyone play this way on his or her first tour to Australia. It was simply a treat to watch. Yashaswi Jaiswal hammered the bowlers all across the park, and he looked so comfortable. It wasn't looking like he's playing in Australia for the first time. It was looking like he's played in Australia all his life. And then the way he was hitting the sixes, it was as if this is not an international game. This is like he's come out to a park to play. Just the way we do in the evenings. It was beyond imagination, the way Yashaswi Jaiswal smacked the bowlers. And then he's telling Mitchell Starc, just imagine Mitchell Starc of Australia, playing in Australia at Perth. Yashaswi Jaiswal on his debut is saying that the ball is coming slow. Can you imagine? That is the impact he created. And from there, Yashaswi Jaiswal has announced to the cricketing world that I have arrived. I have arrived as a batter to watch out for. KL Rahul, on the other hand, was calm and composed. He was very clear as to which ball to leave, which ball to play, how to play, which shot to play. Shot selection was fantastic. And I think KL Rahul really showed you how you should open in red ball cricket as a classical test match opener. KL Rahul really did the tough job, allowed Yashaswi Jaiswal to play the attacker's role. And while it was unfortunate that he got out for just 77, he did his job exceedingly well. Now, the fact is that the way KL Rahul played is very similar to how we've seen him bat in spurts over the years, right? Whether it's his debut series 10 years back in Australia itself, where he got 100 at Sydney, or whether in certain patches of good form where he's played well, but only when he's opened. He scored runs in the middle order as well, but I think he's at his best at the top. So, to the Indian team management, I think if you really want to use KL Rahul to the best of his ability, he has to open. Right now, of course, Rohit Sharma is there, but Rohit Sharma is not going to play forever. He is going to soon retire. Once he's off the team, it has to be KL Rahul who opens, not an Abhimanyu Ishwaran, not any other opener from domestic cricket. KL Rahul should be India's test opener, and in fact, the opener in all formats. That's where he's at his best. That's where he can really unleash and express himself. Now coming to Virat Kohli, the king. Finally, that 81st 100 has arrived that we were waiting for so long, right? But he looked flawless. He looked perfect in this innings. Even in the first innings, he was looking very good, but he was unfortunate, got out. Second innings, he made no mistake. He made sure he stands there. The balance, the weight transfer, the foot movement, trigger movement, judging the slower balls, judging the spin, everything was top-notch. Everything was flawless. And Virat Kohli again showed that I have arrived in Australia. And we remember that 2018 Perth 100, that one, right? This is another one in Perth, in the first test itself. That tells you a lot. That tells you that Virat Kohli is going to score runs all through the series. And from here on, for Australia to forget dominating, to even win this series is very, very difficult. I think India, with this first test win, are firm favourites to really win this and make it to the World Test Championship final. Lot of pressure on Australia. India looked very confident. The way India batted and bowled as well, it looked like they weren't worried about the result. They just focused on the basics, they focused on playing good cricket, and they succeeded. Nitish Reddy, again a very interesting prospect, a seam bowling all-rounder after a very long time, after we've tried Hardik Pandya, Shardul Thakur. He's looked very promising. The way he's batted, the confidence with which he's arrived and the shots he's played all across the wicket, especially behind square, that was really impressive. Because he was deemed to be a T20 player where he's really done very well, but here he's transferred that form, that ability, that potential in Test cricket as well. Scored 80 odd runs, was not out in the second innings, but really impressed by him, bowled well as well, played that role of a fourth or fifth fast bowler really well, and we have to really cotton wool him, we have to protect him. He has to be a long-term red ball prospect for India because he has both the skills and has the right discipline and approach as well. Another player I was really impressed by is Harshit Rana. Playing his debut test match. Did it look like he was playing his debut test match? Not at all. The way he was bowling, the attitude he had, it was that OG fast bowler attitude and aura that he had. That I want to hit the deck hard, I want to bowl fast, I want to attack the batters, I want to bowl bouncers and hit their heads when necessary. I think that is what was really impressive. And though there was a bit of chatter between him and Mitchell Starc, but he did not give up. He did not give in to it and he continued to attack. So Harshit Rana, especially the way he got Travis Head out, that same Travis Head who's always caused trouble for India in the last few years, he got him bowled, and from there we saw Harshit Rana's arrival, Harshit Rana announcing himself in international cricket and a fantastic prospect for the future. Now coming to Mohammad Siraj, again someone about whom there had been a lot of criticism that he hasn't been picking wickets at home, which is true. He wasn't at his best at home, but when he's in Australia, he looks like a completely different bowler, right? He's getting the swing, he's getting the movement, he's getting the grip, he's getting the right lines and lengths, and he's looking as lethal as ever. So I think Mohammad Siraj, with the way he's bowled, he's shown us that he is going to be a vital cog for this Indian side all through this series. And he's going to pick wickets. So Siraj will be dangerous. The entire Indian fast bowling lineup is going to be very dangerous. And from here, for Australia to make a comeback is going to be an extremely uphill task. And for India, I think it is imperative that we lift the trophy once again in Australia for the third time and create a hat-trick. Now, what happens when Captain Rohit Sharma and probably even Shubman Gill walks in? Devdutt Padikkal certainly walks out. He'll have to be dropped. Rohit Sharma, if he opens, KL Rahul could have batted at 3, but now that Shubman Gill too may play, KL Rahul may have to bat in place of Dhruv Jurel at number 6, which is not the best for him, but that's the best for the team as of now. We'll see how things transpire. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.